Now I'll show you the other components of the professional standards and how it's organized. Please have your printout of the standards document available to refer to as I point out different sections during this video tour. Look at the Principles of Second Language Acquisition sample, pages 8 to 14, taken from the document. The first thing you'll see is the standard statement, what an ESOL teacher knows and does. Please pause this presentation and read the standard statement for Principles of Second Language Acquisition and take note of what it says the teacher knows and what she does. Next, notice the guiding questions in the box on the right. Each standard is accompanied by 3 pre-reading questions to encourage teachers to reflect on their own prior knowledge and to stimulate reflection about teaching beliefs. Reviewing these guiding questions with colleagues within the same program can help ground an understanding of how the standards can inform the particular needs and goals of that program. Now pause this presentation and read the guiding questions in this Principles of Second Language Acquisition example. On this page, you'll also see the supporting explanation, which summarizes the relevance and importance of the standard to the ESOL practitioner. Each supporting explanation presents key concepts. For example, ESOL teachers will notice positive effects on language learning when they give their students abundant and varied opportunities to speak, listen, read, and write in English in order to have communicative competence. It also reflects prevailing theories and research in the field. For example, these research-based principles point to the importance of authentic, meaning-focused interaction in the acquisition of any language. In addition, the supporting explanation also offers examples of effective ESOL instructional practices. For example, the ESOL curriculum must, therefore, include opportunities for students to take in a wide variety of authentic language from websites, newspapers, magazines, verbal directions, conversations, technical instructions, application forms, maps, etc. Please pause this presentation and take a few minutes to read this section on pages 8, 9, and 10 of your printout of the standards. Look for concepts, research, and practices in Principles of Second Language Acquisition that you could use to strengthen your practice today. On the next page, you'll see a box, Putting it into Practice. These are practical considerations for incorporating the standard's main concepts into classroom instruction. These short reflections provide teachers with simple illustrations, activity ideas, scenarios, and suggestions for personalizing elements of the standard. Pause this presentation to give yourself time to read the examples for Principles of Second Language Acquisition. On the next few pages is the chart of teacher knowledge and sample applications. What ESOL instructors need to know and be able to do is the subtitle to the standards document. Each standard outlines 5 to 7 essential indicators of teacher knowledge. They are articulated as statements, facts, or beliefs. They are well supported through research or evidence-based practice and are central to the fields of ESOL, TESOL, applied linguistics, and second language acquisition. The indicators of teacher knowledge are worded in a clear manner that can be explicitly addressed through professional development and personal reflection. For example, under Principles of Second Language Acquisition, a teacher should know that in order to process and internalize a new language, learners need many opportunities for meaningful interaction in authentic communicative contexts. Corresponding to each indicator of teacher knowledge, there are 3 to 5 sample applications. They illustrate how the ESOL teacher can put the knowledge into practice. They are similar to benchmarks in the Massachusetts ABE curriculum frameworks for ESOL, in that they bring an abstract concept down to observable teaching behaviors. They answer the question, what does it look like when teachers are displaying their knowledge and skills in teaching English to speakers of other languages? Teachers can use the sample applications to assess their own instructional practice by reflecting on how well they already meet a standard, or to identify new ideas or practices that they would like to try in their own teaching. The structure with these elements, guiding questions, supporting explanation, putting it into practice, teacher knowledge, and sample applications that we've talked about are in each standard. Now pause the presentation to look the next 3 pages over. In the Principles of Second Language Acquisition, can you find one or more piece of teacher knowledge and a sample application you already know and do? Can you find one you can use now with your students? It's also important to know what the standards are not. ACLS does not mandate the use of these standards. They're intended as tools for improving teaching and, by extension, learning. They do not prescribe certain teaching methods. It's understood and expected that teachers employ a variety of instructional approaches. They don't reflect an exhaustive list of things teachers need to know and be able to do. Adult ESOL programs meet complex and varying needs of their learners. Programs with highly specific goals, for example, in corrections institutions, family literacy programs, and programs for newly resettled refugees, will probably want to include additional standards that reflect a particular set of knowledge and skills for their teachers. Next, take a few minutes to mentally review what we've just gone over related to what the Massachusetts Professional Standards for Teachers of Adult ESOL are. Then, fill in the right-hand side of your pre- and post-workshop reflections document. After, continue on to Part 3 by clicking it on the left menu.